the almighty street beats.
Give me the boom bam bang. Them don't know who them are dealing with. Why I? Spiritually man tougher than them. Physically I'm better than them. None of them can taste the apple of time. Stronger than us. Them are who, them are who, them are who them a try to kill. Who them are who, them are who them a try to kill. I'm protected, man, I'm untouchable, yeah. If I die today.
Hello boxing fans, George Hansen, the Pope of Pugilism. I'm here with Isaac Dogboe, who will be fighting WBO Junior Featherweight Champion Jesse Magdaleno on Saturday, April 28th at the Leocourt Center. Isaac is representing Ghana and Great Britain. Welcome to Philly, my brother.
Hello, thank you.
It's great to have you here, man. I see that you're wearing the right shirt. I was Super Bowl champion, the Philadelphia Eagles, so you've learned something.
I'm glad to be here.
I'm glad. Talk to me, Isaac, man. A lot of people are curious. How did you get started in boxing?
Well, you know, first of all, I always give glory to the Almighty God.
Right.
You know, for everything that's happening in my life. You know, my father introduced me to boxing.
Okay.
And ever since, you know, it's just been history. Okay. You know, he started training me in the house for about 8 months, and then took me to the gym, to the boxing gym. Within my first year of joining the boxing gym, I won a national title, a junior national, novice national title for the whole of England, and you know, the first person and the youngest to win it for the gym I represented. You know, yeah, less than 3 years down the line, I was in the 2012 Olympic Games. You know, and it was great. It's been amazing.
It's
right now, fighting for a world title.
It's pretty remarkable, man. Just to see a guy that started off 3 years later, or 3.5 years later, you're in the Olympics. You turned pro in 2013, and you only have 18 fights. And in your 17th fight, you won last year, or early this year, the interim WBO Junior Featherweight title. Talk to me about that fight.
You know, that fight, Jesse Magdaleno was supposed to fight Cesar Juarez.
Right.
And for some reason, I just think that he was running away from him. He didn't want to fight him because everybody knows Cesar Juarez was a dangerous fighter. You know, one of the dangerous fighters in the super bantamweight division. So, you know, went to the WBO convention and lobbied for the fight. You know, I was rated number 3 in the WBO world ratings. Number 2 contender after Jesse pulled out, claiming of a hand injury. Number 2 contender, the WBO had to make the fight, so the called number 2 contender. He said he didn't want to fight, and I put my hand up and said, "Oh, Mr. President, I am here. You know, I'll be more than happy to take Cesar Juarez. You know, take the fight against Cesar Juarez." And yeah.
You took the fight, man. You're a very humble guy, and it's probably one of the greatest qualities in great fighters. They're very humble. I watched that entire fight about 5 times, and when I saw that fight, you look like a mini version of Mike the Body Snatcher McCollum. I mean, you totally destroyed him to the body. I mean, the body punching, he was hurt from round 1 on. You just took him out in the 5th round. Incredible fight.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, you know, I keep saying that it's God that fight my battles for me.
Okay.
You know, my father is a very technical man when it comes to, you know, the sports. You know, I don't know what to say. I guess it's a blessing to have somebody like him by my side, you know, supporting me all the time, making sure that I'm always 110% in shape. You know, the fighting is another thing, you know, but I believe more so that it's God that makes things happen. It's God that makes everything possible.
Growing up, and I know your dad has done a remarkable job training you. Guys just don't get to a world title fight in 18 fights. Some of the guys you've beaten, But who was the person besides your dad that you looked up to and say, that's the fighter I want to fight like?
You know, before I started boxing, our father used different methods and different fighting styles, you know, teach me, to nurture me. You know, he looked at Azuma Nelson.
One of my favorites.
You know, he looked at Muhammad Ali, he looked at James Toney, and many other great fighters, you know. So, and he looked at, you know, a lot of guys, you know. Some people, it's more or less the aggression. Others, you know, they have the tenacity of, you know, just, you know, being at one place and just, you know, being slick and everything. You know, others who, it's more or less like moving, you know, side to side, moving back, and so all different type of fighting styles. So, you know, so every time I'm in the ring, I learn to adapt inside the ring, and that's how the fight progresses. Because you can never know what a fighter is bringing to the table until after the first round, and that's one thing that my father always tells me, that after the first round, we will know how we're going to fight this person. And each time we go in there, it's always, you know, having to make changes, having to adapt, and having to, you know, listen to my corner, listen to my father in the corner, and always God makes things happen.
It's remarkable, man. From a technical standpoint, it's refreshing to see somebody like you fight. I mean, the body punching and your defense, you're slipping. And you're absolutely right. I see Mike McCollum, I see James Toney, I see Azuma Nelson. Quite a remarkable fighter, and you're only 23 years old.
I would say it's blessings.
It's a blessing. It's a blessing. Now, let's talk about your opponent, Jesse Magdaleno. Excellent fighter. Heard you guys have history together. You sparred with him before.
Yeah, we sparred once in Vegas. I think that was back in 2014.
Right.
When Mayweather and Pacquiao were fighting, a team took us to Vegas, and then, you know, we found ourselves in Jesse Magdaleno's gym. You know, his coaches were saying that, look, Jesse's been knocking out all his sparring partners, so they wanted us to, you know, to spar him. So we got in there. We're supposed to do a 10-round sparring session. And from round one, we were both in the center of the ring, you know, just toe to toe. And then, you know, after 5 rounds, we were like, you know what, this isn't a world title fight, so let's call it a day. You know, so his team, you know, put a stop to it, and yeah, you know, so that was a history. I was about 4-0.
Okay.
And at the time, he was about 20-0.
Okay. So
that was, you know, so I held my own, and they were like, there was this gentleman there called Diaz. He was like, "Oh my days, you remind me so much of Azuma Nelson." Yeah, and yeah, it was a great session, you know. And a few years, 4 years, we are doing it for real. Come Saturday night, April 28th. The
Court Center. Let me ask this. I'm always a guy. Lennox Lewis used to come out to Bob Marley's entrance music. It's going to be your entrance song coming out, man.
Well, I can't reveal it just yet.
Okay, don't tell me.
So, come fight night, everyone is going to know.
There's a Ghanaian singer, dancehall singer, I keep forgetting his name. He has a song, I'm a Hero, or Hero. I keep forgetting his name. My God, he's going to kill me. But we'll see fight night. What's your prediction?
You know, I'm not going to predict.
You're not going to predict, okay.
What I'm going to say is definitely going to be a knockout win for Team David.
Man.
God willing.
Let's look at it this way. Ghana has produced 7 world champions. The last one with Joseph King Kong Akbeko lost the title back in August 2011. So you're saying the title's going back to Ghana?
Definitely.
Definitely.
Most definitely.
Well,
God willing, we're taking this title from Jesse Magdaleno. Because like I keep saying, he has been the worst world champion, you know, that the BBO has ever had. You know, and I have had to do the job that he was supposed to do,
Okay.
that he couldn't do, and meaning, you know, that I had to fight Cesar Juarez
Right.
and stop Cesar Juarez, you know. So, I mean, his camp, they're shivering,
Okay.
you know. Just the line is shivering. Everyone is getting scared because they think that they know that I am the real deal. And come Saturday night, we're going to prove it, and I know that God is going to make a way.
Well, I couldn't have said it. I couldn't have been more eloquent. Isaac, well, welcome to Philadelphia, man.
Thank you.
Thank you for wearing the Super Bowl champ Eagles outfit.
Yep.
I'm definitely looking forward to this fight. And Ghana's number, can I say Ghana's number 8 world champion?
Definitely,
Well,
definitely.
thanks,
And look,
man.
I see you're reading a book about.
Oh, I'm glad. Chris Tony was giving.
Dr. Kwame Nkrumah.
Let me tell you, this.
One of Africa's, great men. You know, so, and he happens to come from Ghana, so you know that Ghana is a gateway to everything great that's happening in the world and in Africa as a whole.
Well, I read this book as a teenager, and I just brought it along. And Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, I mean, Africa Must Unite. I read this as a teenager.
Okay.
And I just brought it out. I started reading it again when I knew I was going to interview you. And Ghana is one of the countries that's very dear to my heart. There's not much difference between Ghanaians and Jamaicans. Matter of fact, we share a lot of the same words and same language. So the Jamaican contingent would like to draft you for the Jamaican Boxing Hall of Fame.
Well, you're in for a surprise. You're in for a surprise.
Okay.
You know, with our outfit, you know, I'm sure on the day of the weigh-in, you're gonna see something.
Okay.
You're gonna see something great.
Okay.
You know.
Well, I hope the Minister of Sports in Jamaica, they'll be watching this, and hopefully we invite you to Jamaica, man, and you come on down there.
Most definitely.
Lennox Lewis is there with the Lennox Lewis Boxing Academy, so we really love for you to come to Jamaica.
Lennox Lewis is one of the great fighters,
Okay.
you know, great heavyweights, you know. Growing up, I used to watch him. Look, the guy, he was fantastic. He's a legend.
He is a
You know,
legend.
back in England, oh man, you know, and he's a well-celebrated world champion. And I mean, we'll be glad to come to Jamaica to see the great works that he's also doing. I mean, ultimately, that's the most important thing. After boxing, you have to be able to give back.
Right. That's
You know,
true.
to the next generation. And what he's doing over there is great also.
Wow. Isaac, I hope Prime Minister Andrew Holness just heard Isaac say he's coming to Jamaica. We need to roll out the red carpet for Isaac Dogboe. The man is telling us he's going to win the title on Saturday. Isaac, appreciate it.
Always representing the red, gold, and green. That's the color
Red,
of
gold, and
Africa.
green.
Red, gold, and green.
And for my Jamaican fans and for Ghana Net, get behind this man. Saturday night, ESPN,
And Box Nation.
Box Nation, Isaac Dogboe versus Jesse Magdaleno.
And you're gonna hear and the new
And the new.
and the new
And the new.
and the new
And the new.
WBO junior featherweight champion of the world, Isaac the Royal Storm Dogboe.
The Royal Storm. There you have it, folks. The Royal Storm. And to all the Jamaican fans, please tune in Saturday night. One love.
You know we shot, what them attack, kill your rock back, make a respond back, if I can attack your talk, murder you again, if you're not testing.